let's see what we got for eggs. It's been a couple days. Yeah. I think I should put some new hay in. A straw. Because this is looking pretty, I don't know. It's nice stuff, but it sticks to the eggs like that. Which the longer stuff won't do that. So I'm gonna replace that. I just put some new on top. Yeah, look at this egg. So 4 and 6, 10 eggs. 2 days. That's about right. 5 a day. All right. You hear the chicks. They're really getting big. But let's see, they're 9 weeks old. You clearly see I've got, looks like 4, maybe 5 roosters, so I can butcher some of the little roosters here. They're getting nice and big. So these are the American Breast chickens. There's a little hen. So I'm going to keep all the nice looking American Breast hens and 2 of probably the largest roosters. And then we're gonna butcher the rest. But we got a couple more weeks to go. So this is week 9. I'm thinking we're on week 12. So maybe 3 more weeks. I don't want to go to 14. They get kind of tough. And then the crossbreeds, I'm not seeing anything that's spectacular. I mean, here's a cross right here. That's a cross hen. She almost looks like she's 100%. But then we got in here. Got a bunch in here. So that one's got to go. That's a hen, but she's got like dark feathers on her head, so not desirable. There's a few like that with some discolored feathers that I'm gonna take out. Actually, that one there has got some light brown on her. All right, I'm gonna throw them some scratch greens. They've been doing a pretty good job on those. And restock their food, refill their water. We're about 3 weeks away from doing a butchering. All right, I just refreshed the hay, or straw. I keep calling straw hay. Been doing that since I was a little kid. Just restocked the straw. One thing I noticed is a lot of the farmers' fields, it looks like the wheat, they're growing a short-stalked wheat. So it's kind of interesting. Another hybrid. So they're probably going to get less straw as a result. Which has always been used for bedding. Now they use a lot of wood shavings. All right, got new straw. Well, got a lot of weeds in my garlic. but they should be brown. The top third should be brown, and there's a few, but I put my garlic in late last year, so I'm a couple weeks behind everybody else, which is okay. See the bulbs down in there. I pulled a couple up. They seem kind of small yet, so I'm gonna let them go for maybe another week or two. We just got a huge amount of rain, and so hopefully that'll finish them off. This is where I pulled a couple out, but they still got a little ways to go to brown up. This is all just weeds in here, and then here's the garden. So nothing planted in this whole big section. I've got peppers over here, and they're doing pretty good. I got a couple that are probably close to being picked. I think they're red though, so I might just let them ripen up. And those are supposed to be cauliflower, so those are a little bit slow. And I've got all kinds of greens. Been picking lettuce, and then we got tomatoes over here. It looks like some cherry tomatoes are starting to ripen. I gotta pick off some of the suckers. Lots to do. There's some larger tomatoes back there. So these are larger, I think, cherry tomatoes. And then over here, these I think are muskmelons. So these are all, yeah, there's one right there. So the melons are really starting to take over. And then over here I've got some summer squash, and I believe these plants back here, which were a little later start, these are some zucchini. So these are all summer squash, and these, I think these are pumpkins back here, but I'm not 100%. They haven't really started. They've been flowering and getting flowers. Well, there's a watermelon. Okay. Well, and there's another one. So I'm getting watermelons. I'm getting my feet wet. There's a little guy. And there's a little guy about the size of a softball. That one's about a tennis ball. There's probably more. There's another one coming out. Oh, and there's a muskmelon. So here's a muskmelon. He's about the softball size. I want to see a couple more in there. So, garden's starting to kick off. Lots of asparagus. Asparagus turned out really well. I'm glad I waited another year. We did do one little pick out of it. So, and then we've got here these are the new asparagus. Boy, oh, I think I just picked it. Oh, I did. Not good. I just plucked it. Well, hopefully I get another one. So that's a little one there. I gotta take my time. Not do this while holding a camera. Here's another one here. So here's a new stock. There's another one. I really need to get at this today. So I'm probably gonna weed this today because we just, like I said, got a ton of, almost did it again, got a ton of rain. I need to backfill these with dirt. You start them deep and then you backfill around them. I don't know how they naturally grow. So here's a new spear coming up. But they're looking nice, like lots of spears coming up now. So next year, definitely be able to harvest. Weed all this out. And then up here we got late planted strawberries. So here's some strawberries. I thought I saw a strawberry. Yeah, got a little strawberry on one. Also needs to be weeded. There's a few in here. I planted a bunch. Well, there's one. There's one that's growing. I don't know, I gotta go through here and count them. But there's another one over in here. No. There's one there. Oh, there's a nice asparagus. That's a good one for eating. Right here. So yeah, weed this. And then the raspberries are really cranking. First round. Nice and sweet. Very nice. So you can see them in here. I like to make some raspberry ice cream out of them. I have an ice cream machine. It makes about a quart. Anyways, that's kind of a garden update, chick update, meat chicken update, and asparagus coming along. I'll be able to use this plastic again next year and hopefully plant some more stuff, rotate my crops. So maybe put the tomatoes over there, and then I'm gonna make all that garlic over there. Once I pick the garlic, I'm gonna grind all that up and then till it under and keep it tilled the rest of the summer, and that way any seed in there is gonna get start growing, and I'll just till it up, keep on it. And then the back field there, it's got to get mowed. There's lots of seed heads on the grass, so I want to take advantage of that. All right, that's an update. So this is probably the third time I've picked from the garden. So lots of summer squash, a couple more. I've already gotten 2 green peppers. We've got lots of lettuce in here. And then I've got some Swiss chard that looks really good. And then some cherry tomatoes. Maybe 10 cherry tomatoes. So tomatoes are starting to come out too. So that's about it. I got watermelons and what else? muskmelon that are coming out, getting pretty close. And that's about the major vegetables right now that I'm getting. So I'll probably end up taking these to work. I like them around this size here, and grilling them, cutting them in half, or just slicing them and doing like a ratatouille. But I don't have many tomatoes. All right, that's what I'm getting in the garden right now.